somebody
Old
that I
Puffy
fucking did
used
this.
to get so pissed because he would get pulled over.
Yeah.
They'd give him a warning when he gets home and walks in the door. I'm like, give me your keys.
Yeah, age matters connections.
Because I've got 2 phone calls.
Yeah.
Does he do that
Since
to you,
was pulled
Jada?
over.
The stuff he used to do to the kids, he now doing to you?
No, absolutely not.
Because we know Jada wears the pants in the relationship.
Okay. Oh, I would love to touch base on that.
Good afternoon, whoever you may be and wherever you're listening at. Welcome back to another episode of the Outlaw Way podcast. I'm here with my co-hosts, Nacho, Cheeto, and T-Stew over there. Today we got a cool little topic here, which I think we're going to have a lot of back and forth on. Size doesn't matter, but age does. Nacho, since you're 76 years old, why don't you go ahead and start us off with why age does matter?
Why I gotta be 76?
Because the amount of gray in your mustache and head obviously dictates that you're older than 50. And if you're going to be older than 50, you might as well be in your 70s.
I'm not older than 50.
Yeah, because what's the
You're
difference
not?
between
Just
50 and
lots
70?
of wisdom.
Wow, you've had a rough fucking life, haven't you?
I have dealing with young shits like you. That's what put the gray there.
Oh, shit, fire. Well, this motherfucker, when it got there, didn't it?
So what specifically are we talking about? Because
I mean,
there's a lot
there's
of
a-
positives with more age, and there's a lot of negatives with more age.
I mean, realistically thinking here, there's a lot of different topics we could cover on this as far as work, sex, just living in general. I'll tell you what, we'll start with the simplest one that I know we probably all have very different things about, is waking up in the morning and how fast we get out of bed. Because how fast you get out of bed in the morning, Nacho? Because I pop right the fuck up.
No, I don't pop.
How does a
I don't.
70-year-old get out of bed?
Chip, you're older than I am.
I'm going off what he said.
I have to take it from him because he's like 5. But
It's like this. I'm 26. When I wake up, I roll over, I put my feet on the ground, I start up walking, I'm good to go.
no, I sit up on the side of the bed and I
You think about your
bend
life.
over a little bit and stretch my back out.
I'm not taking
It's
a
all
lot,
about
but
stretching these days.
That's all about stretching.
It's really funny because we travel a lot. Cheeto, he's not doing nothing until he gets in the hot shower. He is not doing anything.
You got to get in there and kickstart.
I don't need a lot of time. Like, I'm not sitting up and like doesn't take forever.
Yeah.
I sit up, I stand up, and I go to the bathroom. Now that
straight to the bathroom
that-
every morning.
20 foot hurts,
Yeah.
but you're not gonna know it.
I wouldn't say getting
But-
up in the morning is painful.
Yeah.
But all your muscles are tight.
Yeah.
Not
It doesn't work
necessarily
like it
hurting,
used to.
but they're tight. You got to stretch a little bit to get
Your knees are 40-something years old. Your feet,
You're not going to
everything
just jump up out of bed and take off running.
Oh, yeah.
You
Tell
got
them how nice it is to get up in the morning and just fucking crack a lack and go.
If my alarm, like if I have to leave my house at 7 to be somewhere, I don't set my alarm. My alarm's set for 6:50. It takes me 10 minutes to get up, brush my teeth, throw the clothes on, and go. Like
Hey, if I got to be somewhere at
quick.
7, I'm up at 4:30, which I'm up at 4:30 anyway. But I need some time because it hurts, man.
I'll tell you, just not just waking up, and I'll tell you what, this is going to be an old versus young battle, kind of, I feel like. Me personally, I can eat whatever the fuck I want. I know some guys that are like 10, 15 years older than me, that them motherfuckers snort Tums before they eat spicy food. Like,
Yeah, that's not an
Yeah.
issue for me. I can eat
is it
whatever I
not?
want.
No,
I eat whatever I want.
you don't eat fucking vegetables, so all you eat is meat, cheese, and beans.
That's it, baby.
I'm surprised you don't have fucking gross.
I eat whatever I want, but I do have a bottle of Pepsi beside my bed in my truck console on my side by side. I have a bottle of Pepsi everywhere.
I don't
go
have
on
any-
a trip without some Pepsi.
I don't have any Pepsi or none of that in my house. Like, I've
Yeah.
never had to use that, so I guess I can knock on some wood on that deal. But that's just
don't
vibrating there.
It's-
But the problem I have is I don't have the metabolism that I used to have.
Oh, gain that weight quick.
So if I fuck around for a week or two and just eat whatever I want,
Throw some pounds
I'll put on
that
2 or
ass.
3 pounds. So
Yeah, I'll tell
gotta
you what,
watch
though,
that.
aside from waking up and eating and whatnot, Work's a big thing too, because it's like this. When I go into a work environment, period, odds are I'm probably going to listen to what the older cat says, but I'm going to get the young guy to help me. That's kind of my thing there.
I still,
Damn it. I've done that twice.
just because
Come
we
on,
talked
Cheetah.
about it.
We
now
talked
you're
about it, and I'm going to hit it every
30
time.
seconds. But I still, on the job site, I pretty much outwork all the younger, because the younger
No,
guys
see,
don't.
Well,
I
let
think-
me say this.
Most of the younger guys don't have a work ethic.
Let me
Well,
say
there's
this.
There's that.
If I turn the switch on to do something, very few people are going to keep up with me. I will outwork your ass. Now, the difference is
The next day,
at the end of it, I'm in some pain. I
Yeah.
shouldn't have done what I did.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I showed everybody
that.
in this bitch up,
I do that.
and the whole time my wife was going, that's going to hurt. You need to stop. And I will not admit it.
yeah.
But it's sometimes it's bad.
I'll tell you what. You over there out fishing the old cats on tour, Tyler?
I'll be honest with you. There are some old guys on tour. So Jimmy Houston just retired like 2 years ago. He's pretty old. Jimmy is one of the guys that would be out there from daylight till dark at practice. Like a lot of guys are going to get out there at daylight and fish till 5, go back, get their, get ready for bed, eat dinner. Jimmy was one of those guys that was literally dark to dark every single day.
That's why he's successful.
Yeah, and then I really look up to that. And as far as fishing and stuff goes, I'm gonna stay out there as absolutely long as I can during a practice day. Because
But speaking of the age, do you think you threw more casts from daylight to 5 than he did from dark to dark?
No,
I don't know. It's hard to say.
not Jimmy Houston.
Because I do fish fast. Guys like that, they do take a little while to get from the seat up on the front deck, a while to get back down. They ain't in a hurry for nothing.
Oh yeah.
Fishing slow too. A lot of guys, they're dragging worms.
And I'll tell you what, there's I don't know what it is, but it's like a hell of a fucking roller coaster ride, and age correlates with how fast you fucking drive. When you're young, you haul ass, and then
When you get older,
horse shit.
when you're older, you get done with it.
well, see, here's
Horse.
my thing: you're young, you drive fast. At some point in the middle there, you drive, smart. But some part when you get a little bit older, you drive fast as fuck, because you don't.
My
care no
daddy
more.
told me when I first started working on vehicles, driving vehicles, that you had to make a decision with a vehicle. You're either going to baby it or you're going to drive the shit out of it. That's it. And I've done that my whole life. I chose day one I was going to drive the shit out of that first truck. I drive the shit out of everything, and I always have. My speeds haven't changed. Hadn't been a factor. I'm going to drive.
10 years from now, I'm gonna pass this mower. He's gonna have a crew set on 45 on the interstate.
Nah.
Yeah. Many years ago, working on an ambulance and cop cars, I got tickets up to that point all the time.
Yeah.
Then I'm working on the street. You don't really get tickets. When you're a paramedic or a cop, you don't really get tickets. I still drove crazy, and then you're speeding around with lights and sirens all the time. After a couple of years of that, you're done. Like
Just
you,
burn
you
out.
find yourself just putt-putting.
You got the need.
I
for
don't
speed.
burn the
Yeah.
tires.
It's done. You've
Yeah.
been driving around over 100 miles an hour everywhere without getting in any trouble. You've kind of done it.
Yeah.
I don't burn my tires or, do donuts or sling the ass in sideways or none of that, because I have to pay to fix it or
See,
replace it. But I will drive the shit out of it.
I still do all that for some reason, but I enjoy the fuck out. I pro charge my station wagon. I have the need for speed. Yeah, I
No.
can't keep a transmission in it, but I love it.
You don't have the need
is-
for speed. You got the need for look what I did.
I love it, man. If you're gonna do something, you might as well fucking.
I'm
show
with
it out.
you. If you're gonna buy a panel wagon, you got to put a blower
And
on
I'll
it.
tell you
Shit.
what, though, the one thing that
You need to
age,
tub it. Is it tubbed?
No, not
You
yet.
need to tub that.
It is
bitch.
getting tubbed. It is getting.
And then
tubbed.
you need to put a 454 in the back of it with another drive shaft, and you run the first couple of races with just your front motor.
Mhm.
And then you take everybody's money, you crawl up underneath it, switch the drive shaft, and
I don't think I got enough fucking engineering skill to make that work.
oh, you gotta get Shelton to do it.
Oh, he could probably do it. He could probably do it. But I'll tell you what, though, the one thing that fucking age does matter. I know a lot of young guys that'll ball out. They'll go spend some money and whatnot. But if you fuck around and get an old cat, You fuck around, that motherfucker gets in his mind. He's like, you know what I'm gonna do, son? I'm gonna spend some fucking. That
There's
man
Roscoe
go drop
again.
90 fucking grand on some dumb
There's
shit.
Roscoe.
That is my problem now.
Yeah.
Because a few years ago, you got to understand, there was many years, me and Chip both, we worked literally 18, 20 hours a day, sometimes 24 hours a day.
There was 5 years I didn't get new hamburger meat.
So there was
I borrowed it.
there was no hobbies. There
Yeah.
was no having fun. We didn't hunt. We didn't fish. We didn't four-wheeler ride. We done nothing for fun.
Yeah.
It was all work, all business. A couple years ago, it was like, I've got to start doing something to enjoy life. I'm going to buy me a boat. Well,
Had to buy the biggest and baddest
that's-
motherfucker on
that's
the
a
market.
$100,000 boat. And
But
then-
that's that old man
electronics.
style shit. Was when you walk in there and you're like, you know what?
Yes.
I'm gonna buy the baddest motherfucker on the lot just because.
Yes.
No, it
Just
ain't just
because.
because.
So then-
There's a reason behind it. I'll tell you when he's.
So me and Chip both go out. We buy the big boats. Then next thing, it's, hey, let's go to a mud ride.
Yeah.
Now there's $80,000 side by sides and $100,000 boats, and it's everything starts adding up.
Yeah.
Because you're exactly right. When you get my age and you're going to do something,
That young man money versus that old man money is a fucking.
Yes.
That's a comma, son.
Well, there's
There's
another.
a comma in that motherfucker.
There's
my
another.
kids hate it. The
There's
whole
another
time I
piece
was,
of it that y'all don't think about.
the whole time I was raising them, I was broke as shit. I,
The other reason is I'm going to buy the best of whatever it is. I don't care if it's pencils.
Yeah.
Because it might be the last fucking thing I buy.
Yeah. You got
That's why.
you got the fear of
I'm
death
gonna
right
buy
on the
them.
fucking front tip of your tongue there.
I'm getting older. You never know.
You never
It's time
know.
to buy a new lawnmower. I'm buying a $30,000 lawnmower because it might be the last fucking one I get.
Yeah.
10 years later, if I buy a $50,000 one, it's because, hey,
Because when
I
you
made
get-
it.
Last motherfucker.
when you get to our age, you not only see success, you've seen failure so many times, you know that everything can go away in the blink of an eye.
Oh yeah, for
You
sure.
also
can-
know that
you can
you
have
pay
the
for
businesses.
quality.
You can have the businesses and the success and the money. You know it could be gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you got to make the decision. Do we put all this up and prepare for the future, or do we enjoy it while we can?
Yeah.
Can you know quality costs you money? Like, good shit costs money.
Oh, for sure. without
When
a
you were
doubt.
younger, you need a new pair of boots. You run to wherever and get you a $20, $30 pair of boots.
I was an Atwood's Farm and Ranch boot.
You might
kinda
buy
guy.
30 pair of boots that year, but in your head, you're only spending 20, 30 bucks.
Yeah.
Now, you go buy $200, $300, $400, $500 boots because they'll last you for
Well, I
years.
just now realized
How old you are. Oh.
Cheeto's wife and daughters
Mhm.
must be freaking amazing.
Well, they are. Well,
He
my
just-
wife is.
Well, he just said quality cost.
Yeah.
It does.
And as much money as I see him hand out, they must be the highest quality
wife-
you can get.
My wife has actually gotten cheaper
Really?
because in the beginning, she was still in the stage of high maintenance, got to have all this stuff. And she's getting older and she's
Well, it's
realizing.
kind of when you get to the age and you first start getting money.
Right.
The first time you really have money,
You really
So she's
can
buying
use it.
everything.
you go buy all this stuff.
Yeah.
Now, she's stacking like she gets what she needs and gets what she wants, but she
That's-
doesn't need to go beyond it. She's getting older and realizing that she could do other things with that money, or she's got a plan or whatever it is. But
That's an age matters thing right there too.
Yes.
It's like,
my daughters,
well, see, they're still young. So
Ooh.
when you're young, the first taste of money you get, you want to buy the best, most expensive shit you can to show off. But then 20, 30 years on down the road, you realize, well, I could spend $500 on this pair of shoes,
And I don't have to
Or
buy
I
them for
could-
2 years.
or I could spend $100 pair on shoes, and it's going to do the same exact fucking thing.
Yep.
It's kind of like, do I really spend all this fucking money to show off to people? Like the older folks, they don't show off anymore.
Well, you get to the point where you don't give it, you don't
Well,
care
it's,
anymore.
it's like they've showed off so fucking much. They're like, honey, you can have a fucking $7,000 wardrobe on. I'm gonna have a $30 wardrobe on, and it's not gonna fucking matter.
That's the highlight to being 70, 80.
Yeah, you don't give
Okay.
a fuck.
When I was 20, I had a circle of people that I cared about, or whatever's in your head that you want to impress them, or you want to make sure they're okay, or all that.
Oh yeah.
40, I don't have a circle.
Mm.
I don't give a shit. At 80, I'm vocal. Like you see those old men and women
They say
that
whatever
just
the fuck
at
they
McDonald's like,
I
fuck this place.
absolutely cannot wait to be that old.
Because I can say
want.
whatever
Shit, you're
I
on
want.
the edge.
Like,
You're on
you
the
can,
brink.
you can say anything you want, and they just kind of grin.
I'm telling
You
you.
know,
They're like, oh,
But
yeah,
I gotta
you're
back
so
up real
funny,
quick.
old man.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got back up to the kid thing and pose a question that really doesn't have anything to do with this podcast. But at what age can you cut them off?
18.
What age is good where you're okay with, I'm done.
18.
Go live your life. Go grow up. Like
That's how it worked for me. 18.
society says 18, but you're Nacho. You're a father. When can I cut them off?
18.
I don't know. My daughter-in-law is standing behind you, saying, "Never,
Okay,
never."
Jada. Honest question. When can we cut you off? Like, when are you an adult to your job, your responsibility,
Everything.
you're old enough to do it. Like, go do it. When is that time?
A realistic age?
Yes.
18. Say 18, Jason.
Society says 18, but you can't do
I would
18 because
honestly
these
say 25 or 30.
30.
You are a grown
30.
adult.
30.
Probably.
What the fuck?
I maybe.
This girl just turned 20. You give me
as
9 more years?
As my son cheers her on.
I'm maybe saying 30 is a stretch. But realistically, I would honestly say like 24, 25.
Like my
So
dad.
very, very important question here. If I did cut you off, there's no more money coming from me. You're on your own. You start buying me shit. Like it's gonna end.
That's a whole nother question.
Would
in a
it
minute.
bother you?
If you cut me off at 24,
Let me cut you off right
Right
now,
now.
Jada.
right now,
Right now, no
That
more
wouldn't
money.
bother
You're
me.
cut off.
My dad cut me off at 17.
I got
like
to
off,
18.
off.
Yeah, I
like
got to
like
18.
spray off.
Yeah.
He wouldn't give me directions. And you want 30?
I see both sides. I mean, I think 18, obviously you're a grown adult at 18.
Yeah.
But a lot of
No, you're
Correct.
not.
well,
That's
here's
why I
the-
said 18 ain't the number. 'Cause you're
here's
not.
the deal. A lot of
I had an
a lot
income.
Not today.
No.
a lot of kids when they turn 18, they're either going to school or they just start working. I feel like if you're working towards something, like I'll be just straight up honest, without the help of my family and grandparents, I mean, I definitely up until I was like 22, 23 had help.
Okay,
and,
but
and without them,
let me clarify.
I would not be fishing right now.
Right, and let me clarify what I said a minute ago about cut off. If you're helping yourself, I don't have a single problem helping you.
That's what
Like Tyler's saying, he's going, he's growing. I'm helping him all day long. But when you're sitting on your ass
Not
Yeah,
doing
no,
shit.
18.
and you're
18.
not bettering yourself and you're not doing anything but making dumb-ass decisions that are not, I'm not old enough to make decisions. They're just dumb-ass decisions. You know right from wrong.
I told both my boys coming up, as long as you are working to better yourself, whether that be going to college, whether it be working on a new job and advancing, whether it be if
Yes.
you're making smart decisions, you're not going out every weekend spending your money on beer and alcohol, you're working toward doing something. I'll always be here to help you as much as I can.
Okay, what if you have $200 in your bank account? That's all the money you got in the world, and you go to the dollar store and you spend 196 of it on candy and
Oh.
crafts.
You're
Then-
kicked the fuck out.
Yeah.
it's off.
But it's like
Cut
this,
them
though.
off.
So what's the age now? Am I still at 30?
No.
Okay, back it down. That's what I'm talking about.
There you go. There you go.
But if they are, and I'm not saying anybody is, but if your child is a complete shithead and not doing the right things, what is the age that you'd cut them off?
18.
30 minutes after the conversation, you tell them you're either going to change your fucking life around and act right, or you're going to be a shithead for the rest of your life.
Had that conversation probably
when-
12, 13 times.
But when are they old enough to
30 minutes after that one-time conversation.
well, that you would
Whatever
cut,
the fuck age that is, 18.
well, you would cut them off at like 12.
No.
I'm telling
I'm saying
you.
like after you're 18 years of old, after you're 18 years of age,
So 18 is that
18,
date.
yeah. So it's like this. When I turned 18, the day after my 18th birthday, my folks was like, so, we know you've kind of had some bullshit jobs, fencing and hauling hay and some other shit, but you're grown now. So we'll help you if you're going to go to school or if you need a little help or you can sleep here. But other than that,
Yeah.
it's over. So
That's where I'm at.
And then
'cause
two weeks after we had that conversation, I was making $1,200 a week. I got my shit together.
I live behind my logo a lot of times. A lot of times I don't give a fuck. That's my age, where I'm at, the things I've done, I've kind of got there. But I care about my kids.
Oh, yeah, for
I
sure.
care about certain things, and I want them to succeed. I really do.
Yeah.
And I want to help from time to time. I want to give them advice. There's a lot of stuff. But at some point, I'm doing them a disservice. I'm hurting them worse than I'm helping them.
Yeah, there's a
And I'm trying to get this point to my wife. Like,
yeah, there's a big difference between helping your kids and taking care of your kids. Like, financially. You're either giving them money so they don't have to do anything because they don't have to have any responsibility because they know dad's going to take care of them. And then there's, okay, well, I'll give you $40 for gas so you can go to this job interview.
and you live in a town where, if I go out there and say something to somebody, eventually you're going to hear it.
Oh, yeah. Small town logic.
There's not this big wall that I'm never going to talk to people.
Yeah.
So you got to deal with that too. So
a big thing I live in a much smaller town than y'all do too. So like you can't get away from anything that goes on. Like if I were to say something stupid as hell at the checkout register in Walmart and self-checkout, eventually somebody in my family's going to hear about it. Like if I slapped the
unless
shit out
it's
of
the
something,
news channel, you ain't shit.
Yeah, unless it's the news channel, I ain't shit. K-No-A-8, fuck y'all. But it's like this. If I got in a fight.
They said he ain't shit.
They said I wasn't shit. I said I wasn't talented or whatever, which I really ain't, but whatever. But it's like this. If I were to get in a fight in Walmart, the small town logic around my place, my parents would find out before I was bailed out.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it would work. Before I was arrested, taken to the police station, processed, and available to bail out, my parents would already know that I was in
That's what these kids don't understand. Me and Nacho know everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody tells me every move they make.
And
I don't even want to know.
That's a big age thing too, so that when you're young, you think this world's this big, magical, wonderful place that nothing that you're going to do is going to get back to anybody, and you can just do this with no repercussions or actions. But the older you get, you realize, okay, well, if I do this, and 8 months from now, that motherfucker that lives down the road is going to tell somebody
Old
that I
Puffy
fucking did
used
this.
to get so pissed because he would get pulled over.
Yeah.
They'd give him a warning. When he gets home and walks in the door, I'm like, give me your keys.
Yeah, age matters connections.
Because I've done got 2 phone calls.
Yeah.
Does he do
Since
that to you,
was pulled
Jada?
over.
The stuff he used to do to the kids, he now doing to you?
No, absolutely not.
I don't
Because
believe
we know Jada wears the pants in the relationship.
Okay. Oh, I would love to touch base on that.
it. I touched the base.
Touch the base. I mean,
So on the last
that's not
podcast,
here.
Puffy came on and he said he absolutely
100%.
No, he
said-
No,
he
he said
said
95.
he specifically
He said 95%.
95% wears the pants, controls your household.
Love to hear it. Like, I believe it truly does realistically depend on the situation, on who wears the pants. Like, absolutely.
Just in general.
In general, I'll let
There
him
are
think he does,
situations.
but he absolutely does not.
There are situations where it could change. We went through that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But there is an overall.
Nah, I would say I do.
Well, that's all we need to know. We know that's the truth.
Now we got it.
Yep. Okay. So anyways, though, age matters a lot because I think even that right there in a relationship, I think the older you get, the more the woman does wear the pants in the relationship.
Because the older you get, the smarter you get, to the old saying, if mama's not happy, nobody's happy.
And I'll tell you what, age does matter on sex drive too, because I know the older women get, they want more. The older dudes get, we're like, fuck,
Now,
we're tired.
again, there's a middle ground.
Is there?
There's a lot, a very little, and then back to a lot.
Really?
Oh,
It's a downward and then a backward upward?
Oh,
I don't know about that. I haven't hit the downward spoke yet. I mean,
Oh, shit, you just started.
shit fire. I mean, I'm
What do you like?
26.
Yeah, you're
I'm 26.
Tyler, how's the drive on your end?
No comment. I'm not married yet, so
I mean, hell, you've been together 10 years.
You might as well be married.
I mean, are you setting cruise at 65 or are you fucking Formula One in this bitch? I mean,
I'd say closer to Formula One.
no shit, fire.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking
we're
about.
rolling for
Okay.
sure.
pretty good.
High horsepower, fucking methanol. That's what I'm talking about. Fucking.
I don't mind
race
rolling.
fuel.
I don't mind rolling, but
You don't roll.
I might have a tire fall off in this motherfucker, so we're gonna slow down a little bit. You know,
Oh, that's good shit right there. And
So,
I'll tell you.
Overall, I think a lot of things get better because of wisdom. Like I said, on job site,
experiences.
I usually outwork everybody, but I work smarter.
Yeah.
I have better techniques. I've seen this guy and that guy, and I've been taught by them and seen this, and I work smarter. I don't work so hard anymore, but I still get more accomplished.
I'll tell you one thing that I know for sure has shown me my age already, and I'm not even old yet. And I'm only 26, but year by year it gets worse for me. Is how I handle long road trips. Fuck me, son. When I was 18, you want to drive to New York? Hop in, bitch. Let's go. And I'm happy as fuck when I get there the whole time. Now,
never pee, never get nothing
don't
to
give
drink,
a
never
fuck.
get nothing to eat, and
just
nothing.
cruising, baby. Windows down, radio up, having a good time. Now
Now I make it to town, I gotta pee.
I'm like, motherfuck. I'm like,
Well, this just 4 days ago, me and Chip's trying to decide if we're flying or driving to Vegas.
I'm driving to Vegas, and I know for
Google
a
said we're
fucking-
flying.
Dude, we had to talk about it for 2 days.
how miserable you're going to be after you get there.
21-hour drive.
Well, it's what you just said. When I was 25, I'd drive to Vegas to play a couple hands of blackjack and drive back.
I mean,
Now,
I'm still like that. Like I'll straight up get a deer.
Well,
on
you
camera
drive
or
for a
something.
living.
Drive to Kansas, hunt that deer that afternoon, come back the next day.
I don't
I'll
mind
do it for
driving.
hunting, but
I
I
can
just-
drive.
You spend a whole lot more driving time than you do fishing time.
I do for sure. I'm
drive
I'm
more
a
than you fish.
professional truck driver and just a mediocre.
Part-time
but
fisher.
yeah,
I
part-time
think there's
fisher.
something inside of it, though. Like, just in general,
Man, it's
being younger, we would take long trips and no problem. Being older, you kind of don't, unless it's something you want to do.
now I want.
If it's
I
hunting,
want to go.
fishing, something like that,
Yeah.
I'm in. We'll go. I'm driving.
It's like this.
But-
I really want to go. I'm going to SEMA. You know, where I'm leaving here in a couple days, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great time. Super fucking excited to have my truck out there and be out there with Thumper Fab. Well, it's like this though. 22 hours in the truck drive time. 22 motherfucking hours.
That's a
I
lot.
made.
You can knock
I
that out in a
made-
day and a half, though.
Now,
So it's like
now
this.
flip it. If it was John Michael Stewart's booth
Oh, it'd be
and you
over,
were
baby.
releasing all your brand new products,
Yeah.
and Thumper was going to come,
I would
you
already be there.
Yes, you'd already. That's
But
the
it's,
difference.
It's like this though. So I have made the South Arkansas to Los Angeles trip about 7 times with a fifth wheel tool trailer, and it's gotten worse every time. The first 2 or 3 times I made it, was super excited to take the trip out to Los Angeles, go out there, work a job, have a good time, shit like that. And the more I've taken that trip through West Texas and Arizona and New Mexico and all that other shit,
You don't go that way.
I go south. I go
Which
south
is-
hard.
Which is also why, at my age, I have a $100,000 truck.
That still doesn't really
It's-
help, though.
Oh, it helps.
I mean, it helps,
It
but it doesn't
helps.
help.
Yeah, it's like
Like, it's better. It is, because you got air conditioned seats, heated seats, comfortable, all this stuff. You know, it's great.
yeah.
But it doesn't take away 21 hours of being in a truck.
It's a fucking
No,
stretch.
it doesn't make it pleasant.
No.
It is
First
better.
class on a plane
At 19,
ain't
it was
bad.
At 19, it was pleasant. It was all right. I didn't mind it at all.
I didn't mind it in a wagon
I'm like,
at 19. You can
Exactly.
take it, you know, but I'm not doing it.
and I'll tell you one thing. I don't know about y'all, but I know a lot of older guys that I've always worked with over the time span and whatnot, especially in the winter. The older you get, I don't know if it's just the colder you get or what the fuck's going on there, but old men dress warm as fuck for no damn reason.
No, there's a reason.
It'll be like 40 degrees outside, and these motherfuckers like we're in the Arctic Circle.
The reason is your joints.
That's
The older you get, your joints, I don't know, you probably know the medical stuff, Nacho, better than I do.
They
but
hurt.
the cartilage,
that's
everything,
fucking medical.
you know, the cartilage and everything is not as young as it used to be and all that.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I used to think it was bullshit.
Yeah.
I'd be around older men. They'd tell me it's fitting to rain or we're going to get, you know, how do you know? Well, I just know because my bones or whatever. Whatever. It's true. Like I can tell you pretty close to when it's fixing to rain, or it's getting cold, or it's getting hot.
So
I can feel it
Well,
in my joints.
Medically, the actual real reason is as you get older, your blood gets thinner.
There you go.
The
Blood
thinner
thinners.
your blood gets, the colder you are in the
So
cold.
you're telling me
and
the older
hotter
I
you are in
get,
the heat.
the less beer I'll have to buy because the drunker I'll get faster?
Yes.
Well, plus,
Fuck
they're
yeah, baby.
prepared.
Absolutely.
They're prepared. If it's going to get cold and you don't know how cold, you dress way beyond.
Yeah.
You can always take shit off. But if you just show up with a windbreaker, you can't stack
freeze
up
your
the
ass off.
clothes.
Yeah.
I'd much rather be cold than hot because you can always find a way to get warm. You can start a fire, you can get a heater, you can get a blanket, you can get a coat, you can get a hoodie. When it's hot as hell, you can't just cool down instantly.
I'd always rather be hot than cold because
Nah,
I can
fuck that.
always sweat. I can't fucking not die from hypothermia.
Yes. I'm
I'm not
much
talking
better.
about hypothermia. We live in the South.
I'm much better.
I almost caught it
with
today when that wind come through and it's only 40.
I'm talking about 50-degree weather. I'm
I'm better with hot.
good.
I'm better with hot.
I'll tell you what.
But
I
I've
don't
been
even
that way
put
my whole
stop-
life. Has nothing to do with my age. I've
Yeah.
been that way from the get go. I don't care for cold.
I'll tell you.
So,
What is a
what is something that I want to hear from the younger guys? What is something that y'all are looking forward to with age, and something you are dreading? about
Something
getting
I'm looking
older?
forward to with age, and this is one of my biggest pet peeves that just pisses me off. I get fucking physically angry and have left places because of this. Buying expensive things at 26 years old. When I go to a truck dealership, when I go somewhere to look at a side by side or something like that, and I walk the fuck in, and I'm like, yeah, I'd like that one right there, and they're like, well, sir, I mean, that is a $86,000 truck. We have a. I'm like, listen, bitch. Just because I'm not a 58-year-old man in here with a fucking 815 credit score with savings out the wazoo does not mean I cannot afford this. I'm gonna put my credit on life support, and we're gonna get this fucking truck. Okay.
so
That is one thing that pisses me off is people assuming.
so you're looking forward to clout.
I hate that people assume. Yes, I hate people assume that I'm some broke, dumb, yum ass kid.
Do you have
When-
that same problem, Tyler?
Yeah. I mean, kind of the similar situation with that.
They look down on you because of your age.
Yeah.
For no reason.
But something I'm definitely not looking forward to with age is just like you guys said, arthritis and just
Nobody said we had arthritis.
No,
Just-
nobody has arthritis here.
I mean,
You
I
said
did
you couldn't
see
even
y'all
get out of bed.
stretch,
No, that's
yeah.
tight muscles.
No, that's just
That is
tightness
just shit tight.
from working twice as hard and accomplishing twice as
And
much.
then
as
also
y'all.
another issue.
Well,
which-
I will definitely have arthritis because, like, even now, like, I do get up fast and get to going, but I'm sore. Like, just
Tyler,
like,
you don't want to get them
just
too
don't-
riled up. Their blood pressure might spike.
you ain't got to worry about
Another
my blood
thing,
pressure.
and this brings up another little story. So in January of 2014, my son decided he wants to be a photographer, so I buy him all this photography equipment.
Yeah.
For Christmas.
Mhm.
Well, it's January the 14th, and he still hasn't really done any pictures. He's got editing software, laptop, camera, all this stuff.
Yeah.
So he's like, I just don't know what to do. So I take my son outside. I'm like, hey, let's go do this.
He still don't know what to do. Look at that.
So I
hat.
jump up in the back of our side by side. I took a 4x4 post, put it under my belly, like stuck my feet straight out and held the roll cage. So it looked like I'm flying. Told him to take pictures and then go edit the 4x4 out. It'll look like
Yeah.
the side by side was moving. So we're playing with pictures like that. Somehow I ended up standing on top of the side by side. When we get done, I'm fixing to jump down. I said, hey, I'm going to jump off the top of this. You take a picture and it'll look like I'm floating. He says, Dad, don't jump from up there. You'll break your back. I'm like, boy,
And you about did, didn't you?
I have been
No, he-
jumping off of houses all my life. This is 6 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Just take the damn picture. It's okay. The picture of me levitating was half a second before I shattered L5 and was on bed rest for 13 weeks and didn't know if I would ever walk again.
Yeah.
Which all the time of knowing this, did you get the picture?
Yes, it's awesome. I need to frame it, put it on the wall in my office.
Right beside your X-ray.
Yes.
Right
it
beside
is.
your X-ray.
It is.
You need a before
It
and
was
after
a real
picture.
thing.
Yeah.
It was a real thing. My son said, "Don't jump from up there, Dad. You'll break your back."
That's
I'm
good
like,
shit.
boy, take the damn picture. I'm tougher. That was it.
I love
So-
it. I fucking love it. Well, what do y'all miss? What's the one thing that just fucking getting old sucks? I mean, the one fucking thing that you wouldn't think about, not the hurting in the mornings or nothing like that. What's
Honestly,
the one thing?
responsibility sucks.
Oh, well, yeah. I can see that.
Going back to being 16, 17, living with your parents, not having no responsibilities,
Yeah.
but being a per se adult, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're the big man in high school.
Take that a
stuff
step
like that.
further and just say the patriarch of the family. That is a huge. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You're the patriarch of the family. You have a business with 30, 40 employees. You have people that depend on you, people that look up to you. Anytime there's a decision in the family, they call you.
Yeah.
But it's
amazing.
not all it's made out to be.
Well, I've also been through times where I'm
It ain't the
alone
best.
with my wife and saying, I don't want it anymore. I don't want it anymore.
Yeah. Because you got to make
I'm
hard
responsible.
choices.
You've got all these employees that have children.
Yeah.
Every morning I wake up and think about their kids eating and them getting their check and do they have insurance and where their kids are being taken care of and how's the schools and then you're worried about the whole family and your kids and their new wives and
It's a never-ending cycle.
never-ending.
Yeah.
When you really do care.
Yeah.
Me and Chip both really do care about all of our employees, and it's a lot. It's a lot.
Even though after 2 weeks, they ain't shit.
yeah,
Full circle back to that one. But I'll tell you what, though.
They just don't tell you everything.
Yeah.
When you're young and you're in your 20s and you're thinking about things, I'm gonna buy a house, I'm gonna buy this car. Well, they don't tell you about taxes, insurance, surveys,
All that other.
percentages, different interest rates.
Yeah.
They don't tell you about all the stuff that eats you alive. And the older you get, the worse it gets.
Oh, yeah.
I graduated in business and they didn't teach us about taxes or anything.
And that's crazy to me.
Like
crazy.
none.
Hey, and I'll tell you what, speaking of age just mattering, not just people-wise, man-wise and stuff like that, age matters in college-wise. 20, 30 years ago, a college degree meant something. Nowadays, it don't mean a fucking thing. Unless you're a vet, a doctor, or a serious hardcore, like a serious degree.
It's not worth the
It really
paper
isn't
it's
worth
printed
the
on.
paper it's printed on. Exactly.
Right.
Back in the day, if you had any fucking degree, 20, 30 years ago, any degree from a college,
Yes.
you had a motherfucking college degree, son. Nowadays, I think 60-something% of people that go to college don't use the degrees that they get after 4 years because they're not worth anything in the market that they're going into.
And just
because the
thinking
4 years
about
has
it,
changed.
That's another thing about getting older that sucks.
Yeah.
As you get older, you watch the younger generations come behind you
Mhm.
and destroy everything.
Oh, yeah.
Just fuck it up.
And that's the crazy thing to me is that I am 26. And when I see 16, 17, 18-year-olds out on the town, I just want to slap the shit out of them little fuckers. Because they're just
Dude,
annoying.
oh, man, I tell
They're
you.
disrespectful.
That's
and
a
I'm
whole-
like, were we like this, Like, was this how people
No.
saw us?
There's a whole different
Like, it's
podcast there.
crazy to
But
me.
all right, I'll go to the store.
Yeah.
It's been a couple weeks ago. I can't remember. Walking up to the front door, there are two older gentlemen.
Yeah.
That I'm assuming were vets. They had Vietnam hats on and stuff. There's 14-year-old, 13-year-old, 16-year-old passing them, pushing them, closing the door. Like, there's no respect.
Oh, no. That's just bad raising.
They're tearing stuff up. All these, it's crazy, man. But that's something about getting older, seeing heritages and legacies and things just disappear. It does suck.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, after everything we've talked about, there's a lot of pluses, a lot of minuses to getting older. But the question for Cheeto, I know my answer. If you could go back right now to 18 years old, would you do it?
yes. And the reason why is because of the knowledge I have. Like, if I could flip a switch tomorrow and go back to 18, I would do almost exactly what I have already done, but I would do it sooner, faster, quicker, better decisions, better moves.
I can definitely say if I went back to 18, knowing what I know now, I would be way more successful, way quicker.
But would you?
Relationships would be better, faster. Everything would be.
Yeah,
but
because-
I absolutely would not make that move.
Well, I would, because the 18, I would still have my children. So I'm not going back and changing life. I would be back on the same path to be with the woman that I'm with, the only woman I'll ever be with. I'd be back on the path to be right back. It'd just be faster, quicker, more of it. Now, if you put me before 18, no.
My big thing is, if you want to go back to when you're 18, the bad part about it is, as far as business-wise, you probably still couldn't do things faster, because the issues that me and Tyler run into is that nobody takes us serious because of our age.
Well, I need to clarify.
I can see that too.
If I think I'm wrong here. If I could go back to 18 when I was 18, I would. Like, back to 18 the year I was 18. But if I got to go back to 18 in 2022.
Go back to 1937.
No.
That's what you're saying.
But I'm saying that would be the difference. Like, if I was 18 in 94.
So you don't want to be 18 in 2020.
No, if I could go back to being 18 in 94, yes. But if I got to go back to 18 in 2022, fuck that. No.
I honestly, there's a lot of stress, a lot of responsibility, a lot of things that suck right now. But I absolutely love being 44. I absolutely.
Damn, you're 44?
I love where I'm at. I love my age. I love the age of my kids. I love the things that are coming.
Oh yeah,
soon.
I don't want the kids back to young. No.
The coming back to. I'm excited about having my first grandbaby.
I'm excited
I love
for
where
you.
I'm at, how I am here. I know I'm where I'm supposed to be, and I wouldn't go back for nothing.
I'm excited for you to have your first grandkid, but I'm gonna go on the record and just say up front, I told you so.
What was the there's a song out? If I found the fountain of youth, I wouldn't drink a drop.
Oh, yeah.
That's my song.
Yeah, because you're fucking old. That motherfucker.
You
came
need
out
to
like
go
80s.
visit.
Absolutely would not drink.
You need to go visit the Fountain of Youth and come back when that kid's 18. That's what you need to do.
Shit, father. I'll tell you what, though. Age getting older, for women, just in particular, age does matter in a woman. Me personally, I love an older woman.
I don't know.
Oh.
Like some
I love an
some
older
women
woman.
age beautifully.
I'm talking about
Mine's
like
always
fine
been a-
wine,
I was
baby.
finna say, mine's always been great,
Yeah.
but she ages like fine wine.
Some of them, though. But me personally, I want an older woman. I don't want a younger woman. I want an older woman. Age matters.
Don't
Age matters.
Don't you have a younger woman?
No, she's like 6 years older than me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You
Well-
know that?
I can
Well,
second
she's
you
like-
on that.
She's
My-
like 2 foot shorter than you.
She's aging like
she-
fine wine. So
She looks 13.
I was like, she's just aging good.
Well, guys, we've gone over age, and sounds to me like age is good. Like, good things come with age.
Yeah, as long as you can get up in the morning, get out of the bed, and get to that shower, you're going to have a good fucking time when you get older.
Being young and dumb doesn't work.
I love it. I love it.
So,
You started this out about bigger is better, and we ain't even talking.
Hey, I know I said size doesn't matter. Age does.
size doesn't matter, so we don't have to talk about it. So we
Yeah, we
talked
didn't
about
want to
age.
talk about your little dick on this podcast.
We covered it.
Gotcha.
We had a good
Gotcha.
time. We're going to wrap this deal up. There's only one way.
It's the outlaw way.
See you on the next podcast.